Welcome to Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Nintendo GameCube. Let's start a new game out. We're gonna jump in. I've never played this before. I'm excited to try it out, so let's see what happens. I'll be quiet and let the game start. Ooh, I love how we can select one of the characters right away. Let's start off with Hermione Granger. Good morning, Keith Foster. Nice to see you here.
Little Hangleton still called it the Riddle House. Half a century ago, a servant had found all three riddles dead.
Perhaps if we were to do it without the boy, my lord?
No. Harry Potter is as good as mine. It is decided.
Harry Potter and his friends Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger traveled by portkey to the Quidditch World Cup final, where they saw Ireland defeat Bulgaria. Later that night, a gang of Death Eaters, followers of Lord Voldemort, rampaged across the campsite. Arthur Weasley sent Harry, Ron, and Hermione back to the portkey.
All right, they don't waste any time getting into the adventure. We got some cutscenes to get us started, and I imagine we're gonna get to jump in right about now. Here we go.
We need to get to the portkey, and quickly!
Come on!
How do I know where the portkey is? I have no idea where the portkey is.
Dog fog!
Just took a bite out of me!
Oh, we gotta lock onto this thing, don't we? Nice, Harry and Ron went off on that. I don't think I did very much.
Things!
How do I lock onto it?
Run! That thing bit me!
All right, here we go. Look at all those jelly beans.
Dad!
We all need to cast Wingardium Leviosa on that rock.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh, Gideon!
Wingardium Leviosa!
Whoa, Hermione, why are you going back there?
Mercy balls beams!
Oh, I need to push my joystick to keep close to it. All right, here we
Out
go.
of the way.
Nice.
Be careful, Dad!
And they jump right into the action faster in this game than any of the other ones so far.
Come on!
Kind of just following these jelly beans. All right, so we push X for Magicus Extremos.
Magicus Extremos!
Keep moving.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Wingardium Leviosa!
Hey, what's up, Billy Norton? Good morning. Nice to see you today.
Don't hang about. The portkey, go.
These graphics are pretty sweet considering this is Nintendo GameCube.
Cast on the log.
Oh, nice. Great cast. Oh, thanks a lot. If you missed the previous streams, I did Chamber of Secrets
Get
and
back to the portkey.
I did Prisoner of Azkaban too.
Ministry wizard.
I still need to do the Sorcerer's Stone as well. But I have the rest of the game.
They're all over the place!
Matt, good morning. How are you doing, Matt?
Wingardium Leviosa!
Oh, my magic extreme bar is not ready to fill up yet. Well, I'm getting eaten. Oh, I got health. There's health for everybody. We all have our own health. I guess you don't have to lock on. The spells just automatically seek in this game. In the last ones, you had to lock on. Well, Harry's down to 66 health. Ooh, you can hold it down and hit one really hard, too. Crucio! Oh, just kidding. Don't worry about that. Harry Potter is owning these. Master's doing good. I'm a huge Harry Potter fanatic. Well, you're in luck. I intend to stream all the Harry Potter, not the Lego games, but all the other ones.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Yeah, let's move that backwards. Hey, what's up, Darren? Nice to see you today. We're doing Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire on GameCube. It's the last Harry Potter game that was on GameCube. And then next we're going to be playing them on Xbox 360. I got all 4 of the Xbox 360 Harry Potters. And they're not backwards compatible. I actually bought an Xbox 360 just to play Harry Potter.
How are we going to get past that Death Eater?
We can't cast at him!
Avada Kedavra! Kill him. I'll kill him.
No.
Yeah, how are we gonna get past him? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Carpe retractum! Carpe retractum!
We did it!
Nice, that worked. Are these available on PC? I'm not sure.
What is that?
They're on
It's the dark mark,
Xbox
Harry.
and PlayStation.
His mark.
You play the 360 ones?
To the
Nice.
portkey.
Martin, thanks for following. I think I've played Harry Potter 5 and 6 on Xbox 360 a little bit. What is this, a baby? Oh, is that the end of the level? That thing just looked like a baby that I walked into. I guess it was the port key. Cool, I like how fast this game starts off. Nice. Yeah, these Harry Potter games are awesome. If you like Harry Potter, they're on GameCube and Xbox 360. They're not backwards compatible either because from what I read, you have to have a license. Hey, Purnell, thank you very much for the share, Purnell Clayton.
Hogwarts will this year play host to the Tri-Wizard Tournament. Please join me in welcoming our guests.
This is great. It's like watching a movie.
Overton Academy of Magic.
Hey, there's the share. Thanks a lot, Purnell. New Harry Potter game? Yes, the new Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy game looks so cool next year. I am so excited. Hey, what's up, Jesse? Good morning. Thanks for the 500, my man. How you doing? Jesse with OK Daddy Shark. First stars of the stream.
Jesse Norman sent 500 stars. You and Jerry, how's it going?
Hey, very good. Thank you, Jesse, for helping us get to our next star goal. Our next star goal is 10,000 total stars. And Facebook will give us a $150 bonus when we get there. And it looks like we are 930% of the way there already, which is fantastic.
Sent 100 stars.
Matthew, first time star sender. Thank you very much for the 100 stars. Matthew, first time star sender. I love that. Let's take this Defense Against the Dark Arts lesson. What else? Oh, and if you want to buy stars or support somebody on Facebook, for any creator on Facebook, I suggest always use the desktop Facebook. The creator will get about 50% more Because if you do it on your phone, the App Store will take like 30-something% of the transaction. So you can buy 9,000 stars for $100 on desktop, or 6,000 and something for $100 on your phone. Big difference. All right, let's try this defense against the dark arts lesson. Let's run Ron this time. I don't have any character cards to equip, do I? Nope. All right, let's go in. All right, start this thing out. How are you doing today, Jesse? Matthew?
Harry, Ron, and Hermione met Mad-Eye Moody for an extra defense against the dark arts lesson.
Yeah, show him the good stuff.
Wondering why I brought you here, are you? This is where you learn how to defend yourselves. Get to it! And remember, constant vigilance.
How are we going to get over there?
Jinx it. Watch out for the blue beams. They'll help you cast more powerful spells. Now, go through that door to the next room.
Billy, I'm gonna try a brand new AA meeting today. I haven't been to it before. I'm gonna go to one at noon.
Very good, Roger.
Dude, I almost stepped on a snake this morning today.
That's what you need.
Just a black snake that... A black snake that'll hopefully take these rats out.
Cast a charm.
But I was just walking, I looked down, my foot's like 6 inches away from this probably 2 or 3 foot long black snake. And both of us were cool until I looked at him and realized what I'd done. I'm like, oh my god, I almost stepped on this snake today. And then when it felt me being afraid, it got afraid and it slithered off in the other direction. It's like, oh my god, this gigantic creature is scared. It's probably gonna hurt me. Let me get out of here. It's interesting because it didn't have any fear. Like it wasn't, it probably would have stayed right there and been cool if I had stayed cool.
Hey, well done. Yes.
Hey, what's up, Matthew? Good morning, Matthew. Why is Harry standing there doing nothing? Is it Ron's lesson? How many of these come out? They just keep falling out of here. Why is Hermione down to 68 health? Oh my god, this thing like this one-shot stuff. Oh my god. That magic is, this Stremicus thing is wild. They just one-shot all those. Hermione, get some health, girl. Billy said when I was in Florida last week, I only saw those little lizards everywhere. Yeah, Laura does not like the little lizards. Hey, very exciting news. Laura's doing a live stream with me. She's agreed to do a live stream with me once a week. We're gonna play Mario Kart this Wednesday from about 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern. How many of these things are we supposed to kill? Am I supposed to do something else? I've slayed a whole bunch of these things. Is there anything else to do in this room? Well, do something, Hermione. Don't just stand there. we need to get 100 jelly beans or something? I'm pretty much just slaying these as soon as they come out. Do these jelly beans restore health? Oh, I'm the one with 66 health. That's rude. How many of these do I need to kill? This is nuts. I was thinking of I'm labeling or thinking of myself as part comedian as well. So I'm looking for jokes. And last night, I was in the shower realizing that what's up, Joseph Martinez? I have a situation with my rat. I have a little rat problem at my house, which is kind of funny. So I'm gonna tell you about that. So I set up a garden. When did these things stop coming out?
That's it.
Oh, he just wanted me to lift one of these up finally? Wow. Okay.
Pick up as many of those red beans as you can.
Orbit!
So he wants me to pick up red beans now? Okay.
Yo!
So I've got this. I set up a garden last year. Ooh, nice. So I set up a garden last year, and these rats were just annihilating my garden. Like eating, eating every single thing. And at first I was kind of like, okay, this is annoying, but I still have some for myself. As the years went on, they were even eating my new sweet potatoes out of the ground. What's up, Matthew? Thank you for the 200 stars, Matthew. So nice to see you today. Thank you for helping us get towards that next star goal.
Matthew Ball has sent 200 stars.
Step through to the next room.
All right, so check this out. I was out in my yard one night, and I look up, there's like at least six rats watching me. Like one in the gutter, one on the fence, a couple in the garden, one on a tree. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Try summoning it with the Axio charm.
Axio! I'm like, I have a rat infest. All right, let's hold it.
You can summon rewards that are out of reach by casting Axio.
Oh, nice. It's interesting how the gameplay mechanics are so different in each of these games.
Nothing like wizard sweets to boost energy.
Oh, nice. Why don't I give Harry and Hermione some of that energy too? So I realize my house is just infested with rats, which is totally unacceptable. So I think I'm like, okay, you know, I eat vegan, I respect animal and plant life and stuff. So what I do is I buy this no-kill cage where you can just put some food in it and it'll trap them, but it doesn't hurt them. I'm like, this is great. I'm being a nice person. We're gonna get rid of these rats, and I'll go just like drop them in a river, or I'll take them somewhere. So I catch this first rat. I put some bait in it, catch this first rat, and I pick this rat up, the cage up with the rat in it, and I look around, and that's when I see like there's 6 other rats watching me holding their friend in the backyard. All right, let me be quiet for a minute while this cutscene plays.
Survive 3 very dangerous tasks. Your 3 champions are Victor Kraut, Fleur Delacour, and lastly, Cedric Diggory. Harry Potter.
Whoa, what was his name doing in there? So I'm holding this rat, and I start in this cage. I start walking down the street with it. And I'm thinking like, okay, I'm gonna be putting this rat. I was gonna put it in the canal downstream. Okay, it's either gonna drown in the canal or it's gonna climb up and come back to my house or infest somebody else's house. And there's at least six other rats in my backyard. And I'm like, you know what? It's time to kill. Crucio, Avada Kedavra. I'm like, it's time to kill. I need to kill these rats. You kill all these rats so they don't bother anybody else. So I take the rat back to my house, and the rats are still out there watching me. I'm like, oh, y'all want a show? Y'all want a show? Okay, I'll give you a show. So I get this shop vac out. I'm looking for something to kill this rat with without causing, without a mess. So I find the shop vac, the bottom of the shop vac, which I suggest a shop vac is really essential for household maintenance. Make sure you've got a shop vac.
Tournament, I suggest you start collecting Tri-Wizard shields. And remember, constant vigilance.
All right, we need Tri-Wizard shields.
Axio.
So I get the shop vac. I put the rat cage in the shop vac, and it was pretty reasonably relaxed before this. But when I put it in the shop vac bottom,
all day,
and I start filling the water up, it starts to figure out that, yeah, something's not good is happening. It starts to panic. And there's like 6 rats just all perched up watching me.
Now, to put the fires out, you'll need to use Aqua Eructo.
How do I do that? All right, B.
Aqua Rapto.
So I'm filming this bucket up, and these rats are all watching me prepare to drown this other rat. And I'm like, this is kind of sick, but it's kind of enjoyable too. And it's funny, like,
to work together to put out the bigger fires.
If it was a cat, everybody'd think I was sick and horrible and need to go to jail, but that's a rat. You can kill it, do whatever you want to it. Not a problem. Isn't that funny? Like, that seems so ridiculous to me. Like, a rat and a cat are very similar, but I remember as a police officer, one day this guy was taken to jail for killing a cat in the parking lot. And, of course, oh, it's so horrible, he killed a cat. A cat and a rat are very similar. And you'd hire an exterminator all day to kill the rats. So I'm drowning this rat, and all its little rat friends are watching. And I'm feeling a weird combination of emotions. Like, part of me is like, this is really sick. Like, what if somebody drowned my son like this? And then another part of me is like, die! Die! Yes, die!
Excellent, Potter.
You killed my plants! I will kill you! Part of me is like really enjoying this. Meanwhile, I've got an audience. As I finally fill the water up high enough, it comes to a crescendo as all the rats are watching it, and I'm like, die! And then I'm surprised it didn't try and live very long. Like, it just died almost instantly as soon as I filled it all the way up. It swam around for just a second, maybe like 10 seconds, and it died. And I'm like,
Harry, are you hurt?
I'm like,
I don't think so.
you didn't even try, dude. Like, you didn't even try. If that was me, I'd have been in there like, I'm gonna hold my breath for like 10 minutes and give him the evil eye, you know? Like, I've been holding my breath forever under there. This rat just gave up and quit. It's like, can't breathe, dead. Just immediately takes a big breath of air, like doesn't even hardly try and hold his breath. I'm like, this is pathetic right now. You gotta put a real effort in here. If the rat had like really given me the evil eye and held his breath, I might have thought twice, like, this rat, if I kill this rat, it's gonna come back as another rat and kill me. You know, it might have got some respect. I also like, though, it just quit and gave up. Die! So I take the rat out and throw it away. And then I catch like 3 more rats. And it gets to be, good morning, Chan. It gets to be just, the first time it was like really intense emotionally. But after that, it just gets to be something you could do without hardly thinking about it. Like, I'm gonna take the trash out and kill this rat. So I got this no-kill trap, so there are repeatedly, like you come out first thing in the morning, the rat's stuck in the trap. All right, time to drown this rat, and then take the kids to school.
That's it. Now you can cast jinxes at it.
But then there are so many rats, I'm like, this is taking too long. So I bought some of these traps that like snap on them. And those snap traps are brutal and disgusting. Like,
That lizard thing burst me.
you gotta be careful with those. You can't leave those out there with the dog. And those things were slaying, man. I'd come out there, there'd be 2 or 3 rats dead at once. And those were sick. Those are disgusting. Like, just messy. Whereas drowning is very clean. So if you got a rat problem, get a no-kill cage and drown them. That's real clean. You don't have all the blood and guts and mess, and those other traps are gross to clean up.
Those
So
salamanders
then
are a menace.
I thought I'd got all of them,
Holes in my trousers.
but I left this other trap out just in case. I'm like, yeah, just in case. I just left the other trap out, and it traps another one, but I didn't even realize it, and I woke up one morning, and Laura's like, there was a rat in the trap, and I drowned it for you. I'm like, oh, that's so romantic.
It blasted my leg.
It was just like so romantic. Like, oh, how nice to.
Very good,
Thank you for
Granger.
drowning that
I
rat
was
for
hoping
me.
you'd
That's really
remember.
considerate.
Yo.
So now
Latifords.
we were clear of rats for a while, but now there's some more rats that appear to have moved in. So I'm using some food Laura ordered before as bait.
on, you two.
We're going back to work on some more of them. I come out disappointed. In the morning. I'm like, oh, there's no more rats in the. There's not a rat in the trap.
Salamander fire.
Like, I was looking forward to
You
this.
need to put them out, or they'll spawn new salamanders.
Well, I'm working on it. Hey, let's turn our supercast on. Everybody died. No, Harry died. How did Harry just revive magically like that? How did Harry just magically revive like that? What's up? Joseph says somebody shot a squirrel no suffering, so you put it out of its misery. That's nice, Joseph. My dog mauled some possums, and I did the same thing with those.
Aqua-Rapto.
Latifords.
There better not be any more of those things in here.
Knowing Moody, there's bound to be an army of them.
Give me those jelly beans so I don't die again. Rats or mouse? I'm not sure. It might have been mice. I like the no-kill traps also because I don't want to kill off. Although if the squirrels are eating my garden, I'll kill them too. But that's my garden. Stay out of my garden, man. That's just rude. Stop eating my fruits and vegetables and go eat something else. There's a ton of trash and all kinds of things to eat. Don't mess with my garden. This is my house. Laura's like, we could call an exterminator. I'm like, no. This is my house. I'll kill these rats myself. I'll enjoy killing these rats. Ah! Die! I like that I'm comfortable with what you might think of as my dark side today. Because that's how you can be a whole transparent person.
Just waiting to get me.
I'm very wary of somebody who doesn't look like they have any dark side. Or who like is very polar, you know, like, oh, I'm just so happy and sweet and positive all the time. I want you to show me the sickest stuff you do, and then I'll decide if I really like you or not.
Hurry up, you three. You haven't got all day.
Good morning, Lisa. Nice to see you today. That rat story was funny in my head. I don't know.
No, not like that.
I was in the shower last night. I'm like, this rat story make a great stand-up comedy bit right now. Wait, I have to. What do we need to do? Put the rocks on top of these?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Really, you need to do better than that.
Wingardium Leviosa.
See some more of that. Get a move on, will you?
Oh, we gotta put these fire pits, alright.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Does anybody know what happened to Ciabatta Mish? I think he got banned for a week. I saw a comment, somebody said his stream got cut off. I saw his stream, last I saw somebody said his stream cut off all of a sudden. Here, Ron, come get this, or who's weak? Yeah, Ron, you're real weak. Get that. His stream cut off all of a sudden. He hadn't been on or posted anything for a week. John said, thought about bringing my gun and shooting it, but figured a pellet gun would be better. I sold all my guns. I used to have a shotgun and a rifle and a pistol. And after so many nights of drinking, of nearly coming to self-harm or harm of others, and even when I got sober, the first couple years sober, having a lot of self-harm thoughts coming my way, and I saw some statistic that said, if you're a gun owner, here's who most likely your guns will be used on. Most likely will be yourself. Like, I don't know, 3 or 5 times like more likely to be used on yourself than anybody else. Like, if you're a gun owner, the most likely person you'll use the gun on is yourself. And then the next most likely person you'll use the gun on is your partner, your, spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend. And then the next most likely person you'll use the gun on is someone that's in your family. And then after that, it will be an acquaintance or a friend. And then after that, it might be in some kind of self-defense. So basically, statistically, gun owners' guns are mostly used on themselves, their family, and their friends. Like, the odds of a gun being used defensively is, maybe 10% of the time. Just a roughest statistics, like 5 or 10% of the time. Odds of the gun being used to inflict harm on yourself or your family or friends, that's going to be about like 80, 85, 90% of the time. But after I saw those statistics, I'm like, I think I'm going to sell my guns. I think we're going to sell my guns. I don't think we need those. And it was great because one night the police came to my house because I had written a very honest account of some of my hard times in my life, which happened years ago, and the parents at the school managed to talk it up into the most ridiculous thing. And the police came to my house to verify it was BS.
And there are still several shields to collect.
And it was nice to be able to tell the police, I don't have any guns or weapons or anything. And yeah, come on in, look around. I got nothing to hide. It's very nice to be a person who has nothing to hide. I think one of the best places to be in your life is to be a person who has nothing to hide. I used to be a person that had stuff to hide, but I don't have anything to hide now. Billy says my brother-in-law is a sheriff and he doesn't believe having a gun in the house. Yeah, unless... Now, if there was some kind of civil unrest or, in some of these other countries where you got, my mom went to the Balkans in the 90s, and I mean, she's like, you had to have a gun there. You'd hear gunfire at night, and, there were bullet holes in the house. Like, yeah, in a situation like that, if it's in a war zone, then yeah, you probably do want a gun. I mean, we're in peacetime here. And
Exactly close, is it?
You haven't seen these before.
yeah, I feel the same way. And I know I'm not in a good place in my mind if I'm starting to think getting a gun would be a good idea.
Careful, they can be a little explosive.
Well, just, we should have a gun for home defense. Like, yeah, how about for self-defense, you don't have a gun? Also, I heard a nice statistic, or I don't know where I heard this, but people who have self-harm tendencies, if you take away the method they were planning on using, the odds of the person harming themselves go way down. Which is good, because my preferred method in my sick past was a gun. So if I don't have a gun around, the odds of me harming myself are really low. I'm not likely to use any other method. And this is why I do my live stream, to have some of these real conversations like this, because, yeah, I mean, playing this game for you might provide a little bit of a distraction, but having this kind of conversation might save your life. Or might help you make a decision that'll save somebody else's life. Now, that said, I am pro-gun, which I know might seem silly, but I am pro-gun. I think if you ban guns, then only the criminals will have guns. And what makes things not so tempting if you're considering committing a crime against somebody is considering that that person might have a gun. Like, if you don't want to break into houses in America, because you keep breaking into houses in America, you will get shot. Somebody will shoot you. And that's good. I like that. I like that. Whereas you got these countries where you can't have guns, it's like, well, why not break into somebody's house? What are they gonna do? I mean, they might stab you. I mean, so that's where you gotta know thyself right there.
It's a nightmare.
Montana's full of gun carriers. I actually love guns. I love guns, and yeah, it's, you know, maybe someday when, you know, my mental health at 7 years sober is a lot different than it was at 2 years sober, and I feel I'm in the best position I've ever been in to be a safe gun owner. I mean, so far, I've never had any problems. Even when I was drinking, thankfully, nobody ever got hurt. So, I mean, I had a concealed weapons carry permit before. I'm open to having guns again, but if you have any kind of mental health issues or have any kind of self-harm thoughts, which I'm glad I don't have those now, I am in a position to be a safe gun owner now. If you have any kind of mental health issues, and that's where you got to be honest, if you think about hurting yourself and others, then you definitely do not want to have a gun. This doesn't mean you can't for the rest of your life, but you will want to take care of those issues first and reprogram yourself so you don't think like that. And then I sold my rifle to my mom before, and oh, my grandmother just died last night. I have no living grandparents now, and it was actually a relief. She didn't want to be living anymore. Her husband died last year. Her husband died almost 2 years ago. She didn't want to be living anymore. She said she wished she died with him, so it was a relief that she passed finally. And they had a lot of money. I'm interested to see if I get any of it, or if my mom gets any of it, because they totally cut us off. They didn't talk to us or anything. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I need some more health. I'm getting flame broiled out here, man. And we need to power up. We need to power up. For some reason, this Magic Extremos doesn't seem to be helping that much against these. There we go. Give me the jelly beans. I need some more health. Yeah, and if you got animals like wolves and bears and cougars, you definitely, you know, if you live in a neighborhood where there's, you know, a lot of people, somebody's gonna generally call animal control. Although one night I walked by 2 coyotes in my neighborhood with my dogs. So I'm a big believer in, if I bring a positive, peaceful presence, animals are very responsive to that. Like how today, that snake wasn't afraid of me until I got afraid of it. One night, there were 2 coyotes in our neighborhood, and we'd heard about the coyotes before. I was walking my 2 dogs, and there were 2 or 3 coyotes that ran right by us. It was like, oh, there were dogs. No, this was a pack of 3 coyotes, just like people said they were. These were not dogs. They looked dog-like. But they were wild, and it was cool. I got really relaxed, you know, and My dogs are really relaxed, and these 3 coyotes just walked by us. We were walking in the middle of the street, and they walked around us. They went over into people's yards and walked around us. And it was really cool. I mean, some people would have been terrified by that. I thought it was kind of cool, though.
Wingardium Leviosa!
But yeah, if you had something that was... Yeah, there's a lot of situations where it can be really nice to have a weapon. And there's a lot of situations where people wouldn't get victimized if they had weapons. But I'm listening to Miss Pat's book. Have you listened to Miss Pat's book, Rabbit? Man, this book is good. And it's a good example of why a lot of people should not have guns.
Blimey!
This is what makes my stream amazing. We have great conversations here. What else do we need to smash? Oh, is this it? All right, this is it. You can't wait for the new Pokemon game? What's that coming out on Switch? I love that part of what you might call my job is to be aware of what games are coming out and to build up a list of games to try. So last night while I was putting my kids to bed, I got a list of like 10 new games coming out on PC to try. Plus I've spent like $1,000 in the last month and a half to buy retro consoles like this GameCube. I've got an Xbox 360, a GameCube, and a bunch of games, like maybe 30 to 50 games, retro games, for that $1,000. And yeah, I got a bunch more games to play. Lisa said no animal control. Yeah, where you're at, there's no animal control. Yeah, now if you're living out, we took a vacation to stay in a cabin in Georgia. And yeah, if you're in a situation like that, yeah, having a gun's very nice. You know, in case there's a situation like that. So it looks like we're going to Hogwarts exterior, but nothing else for us to do in here. It's cool how different each of these games are. Hey, what's up, Nicholas? Thanks for the 100 stars. Matthew, thank you for the 500. Thank you for helping us get to another bonus.
Sent 500 stars. Hi ho, hi ho. Off to work.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you, Matthew. Have a great day at work. Thanks for being here.
Sent 100 stars. What up, Jerry?
What up, Nicholas? How are you doing today? Hey, I'm still down if you ever get your copy of Black Ops 3. I'm happy to play with you on PlayStation, Nicholas, or if you want to play a different game. No, just no Warzone or Call of Duty multiplayer. Where do I go now? We were just here.
Back again, eh? And there are still several shields to collect.
Oh, we need to explore and collect all these shields. Okay, so we got one shield. We need to go a different way and collect some new shields this time.
Wingardium Leviosa!
I just knocked myself down with this rock. Ouch.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Oh, we just need to move these out of the way. Don't I just knocked myself down with another rock. I'm done. Oh, Hermione just got popped
I'm
by.
sorry.
It's a real amateur hour at Hogwarts right now.
Ah, yes. I think you'll find this next creature interesting.
Interesting? Interesting? There's no way that can be good.
Come here.
Carpe retractum!
What did he say? Get up here, you two. Oh, maybe I don't need their help. I guess I don't need their help. It's all good.
Axio. I think that statue moved.
You must be imagining things.
Oh, there's definitely some stuff moving over here. Ron is correct. Nice, thank you for keeping me. I love to know what new games are coming out that you're excited about.
As I am.
I love playing the new games, the retro games, and everything in between. My vision is for my stream, my channels to be a place where you can just take a look at what games you might like to play. There's so many new games coming out that I think I could play. There's hundreds of thousands of games that have been released. Like, I could play 3 games a day and not even catch up with the new games coming out.
Ah! Watch out for the dog! I'm trying to. Past the jinx.
Oh, I just blew the magic thing. I don't think I needed to blow that early. Billy says, how do you feel about the vaccine shots? I personally don't feel the need for one. I've gotten all my other vaccines in life, but I don't know, I'm not sold yet. And I'm very healthy. I eat a whole plant-based diet. I think it's very important that we focus on what we need to do to be healthy and stay connected and to respect other people's points of view. I don't like being told what to do by other people. And I see that if I'm telling other people what they ought to do and expecting, the more I expect other people to do things I want them to do, even if they don't want to or don't agree with it, then I'm essentially creating that same kind of karma for myself. I am open. Well, maybe if I at some point feel the need to get the vaccine, maybe I will.
There's more of those.
But I don't feel the need for that. And I'm very grateful that I can do what I do today. And I'm grateful I'm so healthy. And, you know, to me, that's the goal. And I think it's an ideal world when we respect that each of us has different ways to go about the same result. I'm very grateful that people have been able to lower their... I just died? Harry. I'm grateful that people have been able to reduce their fear of getting sick by getting a vaccine. But as you can see, that's very temporary, though. You ultimately need to take full responsibility for your health because there's always going to be some other virus. And there's going to be the flu. There's always going to be something. And the ideal scenario is where we take full responsibility for our own health and we're, you know, that we literally can't, that it doesn't matter what comes along.
Carpe retractum.
Because you hear the arguments like, yeah, we got rid of all these viruses before, and yeah, new ones keep coming along. Like, we need to take total responsibility for our health, and like there, you know, why? And think long term with stuff too. Like, yeah, something if you are in a bad state of health, then sure, getting a vaccine is probably a great idea for you. But here's the thing though, why are you in a bad state of health? Are you smoking? Are you overweight? Are you stressed out? Like that needs to be done something about. So I'm all about people's lives being saved, and I am for the vaccine. For anybody who is afraid or feels their health is in danger, please get it. So you can feel healthy and you can feel safe. I very much enjoyed all the people who got the vaccines feeling healthy and feeling safe enough to go out and mingle. But as you can see how fragile that is, if you don't take full responsibility and say, look, I'm gonna eat right, I'm gonna drink the best things for my body, I'm gonna talk to people in a way that doesn't stress me out, I'm going to be a kind person who doesn't go around creating problems and therefore stress, and you know, I'm going to I'm going to get connected with other people because being connected with other people is huge for your health. Gonzo!
Sent 200 stars.
Thank you for the 200.
Gold Killer Kaboo.
I got Killer Instinct. We're gonna try that one day. Yes, Corbin says, luckily you won't get fired without it. Yes, absolutely.
Can't we get out of here?
It's a delicate balance in life because the same thing is not right for all of us. And that is where, if you want to have self-respect, you need to respect other people too. That, you know, maybe what's right for you and your health is not right for me and my health, and that can go for anything. It can go for diet, like what is right for my diet may not work for you and your diet. All right, let's hit the magic extreme mode and go off. And that's where it's nice to ask for help and respect other people and say, look, it's okay if what works for your health doesn't work for my health. I have friends that are going around saying that, you know, basically anybody who's not vaccinated is just ruining everything for everybody else. I'm like, that's not respectful. Some people, it's not respectful to blame, it's not helpful to blame how things are going in your world on somebody else. It's your own responsibility to take care of yourself and your health, and to ask for the help you need to do that. It's not reasonable to expect everybody to follow your story and do what you think they should do, and then to make people wrong if they don't do that, because you're just gonna end up on the other side of it and be pretty upset. And I know, because I've been there and I've done that. So I'm glad today I have an immense amount of love and understanding and compassion for people. My wife's parents told me that they said they don't want anybody at their house who's not vaccinated. Everybody but me is vaccinated. Everybody. Like my wife, well, not my kids, but my wife, you know, her parents, her other family, my brother, my mother. I'm like, I'm not ready to do that yet. I don't see the need to do that. My body is healthy, and my healthy body, I won't, and I don't see the need to do that right now. Maybe later. So I am not welcome at my wife's parents' house anymore until I get vaccinated, and that hurt. That hurt, but you know what? I'm praying for them because I understand why they're saying that. They're afraid. They're afraid of Laura's dad dying, is what it looks like to me. They're afraid of that. And they're taking in all these things on the news that are contributing to that fear. And it's like if you know somebody's gonna hit you, you're just standing there afraid, waiting for that punch to come. Like, so I'm praying for them, and I remember that they supported me when I was very sick with alcoholism. You know, they prayed for me. They told my wife to be strong for me when I was sick. And when I was struggling, and I'm praying for them. I hope they can feel safe, and I hope they can feel healthy. I hope they can focus on what they can do to maximize their own health. And if they feel they don't want to be around somebody because of their vaccination status, it's their house. It's not my house. If that's what they want to do, it's their house. And I'm grateful today I don't have to retaliate. And I'm open to the possibility. I'm not ready to do that today. I don't see the need to do it today. I don't see any benefit to doing it, and at least in the short term, you know, it also, I feel it helps me be more understanding.
Several shields to collect.
My wife, my friend told me about her friend. She said her friend won't date anybody who's got the vaccine. And I'm like, you know, if I wasn't with Laura, I might be the same way. That could totally be me. It's nice. I want to make sure I have the ability to understand everybody. One of my thoughts is if I get the vaccine, I might buy into the narrative
Not sure I like being this
that
high
everybody
up.
who hasn't got it is wrong and ought to, you know, I might buy into that kind of a narrative and start pushing that on other people too. Because I noticed those of us who are pushed into doing things we didn't really want to do will often push those same things back on other people. So that's where I'm at today with it. And that was one of my struggles this weekend, because my mind gets into things like, well, you know what? I don't want anybody at my house who watches the news. If you watch the news and you are into all that BS that's on there, you're not welcome in my home. And basically that would just get Laura's parents. I'm like, I'm not gonna be trifling like that. I'm not, that's doing that would be rude. I'm not gonna be like that. And I'm not gonna retaliate with, you know, I'm very grateful my wife's parents watch my children sometimes, maybe a couple hours a week. And they're incredibly supportive for Laura. And I just take it as a sign from God. Like, I guess I have other things to do than hang out at their house right now. Or, so that's how I look at that. Hey, whoa. Sean says my buddy's moving back to Florida. Dude, Florida is awesome, man. I love Florida. I'm so proud of both my state, and I'm grateful the federal government has given states space to make these things up themselves. I think if one way we can respect each other more is we put fewer laws, which today there's just so many laws. One way we can respect each other is you know, focus on taking care of ourselves and not forcing other people to do things all the time, especially if they don't want to do them. Or have patience with people, give people time. I'm glad today I'm so at peace with the world too. I've noticed a lot of the people around me are just so disgusted and sick of all the recent things that have been going on, and I think they're interesting. And here's what I know. Let's say everybody all of a sudden gets to feeling great about their health, and that's all good. Guess what'll happen? There'll be some other thing. As you might argue, this life is one damn thing after another. This life is one damn thing after another. So if whatever's going on today stops going on, I don't know, let's say everybody, including me, decides to get vaccinated, and that actually works, and everybody starts eating a whole plant diet like me, and everybody gets super healthy, and our health becomes just perfect, some other thing will happen. I don't know what it'll be. Aliens might invade. At this point, the possibilities to me seem wide open. Yes! I mean, almost anything could happen, which is kind of exciting. Aliens could invade. From what I understand, I read the book called The Day After Roswell. From what I understand, part of the big arms buildup in the Cold War and the arms race was to defend ourselves against an extraterrestrial invasion. And all these sci-fi movies, yeah, these are based on either a true story or a real possibility. So I just love that. I'm glad today I can have a conversation also that's kind of loving and understanding and compassionate with people. And that's why I do my stream, is the game is a background to have this kind of conversation. You know, what nobody likes is having someone point a finger in their face and telling them they have to do something regardless of how they feel or what they think is right. And yet, and my goal is to you know, share my experience so that can, you know, to help you along your journey. Wow, Garrett says, OSHA said if employers force you to get the vaccine and you have complications, the company that forced you to get it is responsible for all your medical issues. Wow, that's cool. I'm glad there's that kind of support. My one friend, now most of the people I know that have been vaccinated, it just went pretty smooth. They felt a little, you know, a little sick or something a day or two after. My one friend was sick for 5 days and he was really shocked. He's like, everybody was telling me to do this. He's in the UK, so you pretty much, 80% of the people there are vaccinated. He said, how did nobody mention this? I'm like, well, that's one reason I'm putting it off at a minimum, is because Laura had a couple of low energy days where she didn't feel good afterwards. And I'm like, I'll wait on that. If there's a very compelling reason, and I got a couple of days that I can just sit around and do nothing and relax, maybe that'd be the time, but... He's like, why did nobody tell me about this? I'm like, well, you didn't ask, probably, and... Yeah, that's... You know, it kind of... You know, when you're told by everybody to do something, sometimes you might leave out that part of it so that you didn't deter somebody from doing it. Now, all the vaccines I've had in my life so far seem to have had a positive effect. I've been a very healthy person throughout my life, except what I did to myself. And even the ways I've been unhealthy have informed me on how I can be healthy. And the big reminder for me is to always focus on supporting. You know, I'm here to support you in being healthy. I'm here to support you in being connected. I'm not here to make people wrong. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to tell you what's right. I don't know what's right. Right and wrong are relative points of view. Right and wrong, from God's point of view, there is no right and wrong. And one revelation I've had lately is to stop thinking in terms of right and wrong and start thinking in terms of what I will manifest as a result of my choices. Like, so my choice to play this game is manifesting certain outcomes in my life versus if I played a different game. Like, every little thing you do in your life manifests different possibilities. And I've thought a lot in my life in terms of what's right and what's wrong, but that way of thinking is very limiting. When I think about what am I going to experience because of the choices I've made, then that line of thinking helps me see, okay, well, if I do this, then I'm going to get that. And taking out the right and wrong helps make the choices clear. Like, if I wait to get the vaccine, I can't go over to Laura's parents' house. I don't have to deal with setting up an appointment today. If I decide to get the vaccine, well, then there will be benefits to that, like for travel. And I might have a day or two where I don't feel good. I might not also. My wife's dad did not have that. He felt fine. And then, you know, so there's, think about consequence. Like, if I do this, what am I going to get? If I do that, what am I going to get? And then it becomes pretty obvious, like, okay, well, which of these scenarios would I like to experience? If I drive the wrong way down the road today, what am I going to get? If I drive the right way down the road today, what am I going to get? Really, Garrett says the company's saying you need the vaccine or changing it now. This whole vaccine thing is so interesting to me because while they check in school for vaccines, once you're a grown-up, like, nobody checks for hardly any vaccines in hardly any other scenarios. It's so interesting to me to see. It's so interesting to see how quickly things can change. And that leaves me excited for the future because based on where I'm at now, let's look at my life today. I have a beautiful wife, 2 wonderful children that love me, that I get to see and spend hours with every single day. I play video games for my job. I go to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings where I get to help people and feel good about myself and stay sober. And meet lots of people, and you know, I get to listen to books that are good. I watch TV shows that are interesting. I am healthier. I am incredibly healthy. Like, a lot of my family got some kind of little virus lately. They checked to make sure it wasn't COVID multiple times. And a lot of my family got sick. All I got was a little taste of it. a little taste. I mean, my wife, my kids, Laura's parents, everybody got it. Everybody that got it at all got it worse than I did. Now, my wife's sister didn't get it at all, but I don't know. So I love how healthy I am today. I have massive amounts of energy. I don't know why this thing's taking so long. Did we finally finish this? Oh my goodness. How are we supposed to complete this thing so fast? I don't know if I want to do that challenge again. So I'm grateful I'm so healthy. I'm at a healthy weight. The odds of me encountering disease in the future are extremely low. The odds of me dying, at least as far as the information I've got, is extremely low. I mean, I got nothing to worry about. My life is so good, and yet, if you just showed me my life 20 years ago, it would have been beyond fantasy. Like, wow, you've got this hot wife, these great kids, you play video games for a job. Like, wow, you're sober? You have great relationships with your family and friends? Like, wow, this looks great. And I think that that's how the future is going to look. That what's coming is going to be just as great as what has already came. And if you think you're an anxious person, then one reason for anxiety is because you're looking at the future, bracing for what's to come. I'm excited for what's to come. Even if at first it looks really stupid and really crazy, I know I'll adjust to it. Garrett says you and your girlfriend are starting a family soon, and you're wondering about the safety of the vaccine and pregnancy. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. There's so many unknowns, and no matter which expert tells you what, there's so many unknowns, and life is so full of possibilities. And I think our heart and our guidance and our intuition...
And there are still several shields to collect.
I think our hearts and our intuition will generally tell us the right place to go. And my heart and intuition is saying wait, is saying there's no hurry, is saying you are healthy now. So, wait. That's what my intuition is saying. And even though a lot of people are saying different, I'm glad that I can be at peace with both those people and myself. Because what comes up lots of times is, if our intuition's saying one thing and the outside world seems to be saying something else, we'll either get mad at the outside world or mad at ourselves or both. Like, come on, man, why don't you just do what people expect you to do? Now, why do you have to be such a pain? And it's really nice to love and respect myself. Like, look, this is how I feel. And it comes from within, and it's very strong, and it's not rational to some degree. Like, it's not reasonable to some degree. And to appreciate that other people's positions may not be rational either. And that's okay. Like this lady at the birthday party I put on my Mandalorian mask. They said that masks were required for my daughter's birthday party, and I don't want to participate in a fear society. So I put this on because this is fun. I'm having a little costume party. I'm not covering my face because there's some scary pandemic going. I'm having fun with a costume party, and I'm respecting other people. And she said that wasn't sufficient. That bacteria could come out of the bottom of the mask, and I'm like, oh, it's not bacteria. But I realized, like, her position is irrational. It's not up for debate. You know, they saw my mask and just didn't want me to come in with it. Like, to some degree, irrational. Like, it doesn't matter what I say or if I'm right or not. It doesn't matter. It's irrational. But my position is also irrational. I really like the book Predictably Irrational, because we think of ourselves as rational beings who think things out and make decisions. But I'll challenge you this. Look at your sex behavior. Look at your money spending behavior. And look at some of your relationships, especially the tough ones, family and friends. Look at some of these relationships, and you may be surprised, if you're honest, to discover that you are not a rational person. That if you are honest, you are an irrational person. At least some of the time, who makes irrational decisions that don't seem to make sense even to you, let alone to the people around you. And that seems to be the truth about most of us. We think we're rational, that we think everything out by logic, but if you look at most of our behavior, we just kind of come up with something that doesn't even make much sense. Go with it, that's our opinion, and then we backwards rationalize why we did it. The book Predictably Irrational is a really good book that goes into that further. For example, they did this one experiment in the book. How people, if you put people in a room with a computer where they have a little money-making task. Like if you click on a door, let's say there's 3 doors on the screen. If you click a certain door, you get a certain amount of money. If you click a different door, you get a different amount of money. Well, if all 3 doors just stay the same and you just click on them, then people will always just click on the door that gives them the most money. However, if a door is going to close, people will often click the door that's going to close even if it pays less money just because they don't want to give up the possibility of that door. A great example of predictable irrationality, that people don't like to close doors. We don't like to close doors in our lives that, you know, even though, let's say one door you click on it, you get 20 cents a click, another door you get 10 cents a click, and another door you get 5 cents a click. If you let all the doors that don't get clicked on close, dude, Ron got burned hard right there. If you let the doors close, people will click on those 10 and those 5 cent doors, even though it's totally irrational. Like, why would you click on those? You're losing money with every single click. You could be clicking on the 20 cent door. You're losing money clicking on that door. As human beings, though, we often are predictably, I won't say always, we often are predictably irrational. Like, you can predict when people will make irrational decisions. Like spending money, for example. I have a family member who's hella cheap, and yet,
don't you try climbing up there?
When it comes to fishing, the same rules that apply for the rest of their money spending don't seem to apply to fishing. You know, and hella cheap made that sound bad, but they're very thrifty. They get by on a very small amount of money. Except if it's a fishing expense, though, spending money is more tolerated and less scrutinized on the fishing expenses than it is on the other kinds of expenses. And I noticed that with my life, that I used to be very cheap, except when it came to alcohol. And alcohol, I didn't seem to have any rules about what money could be spent on alcohol. That, you know, alcohol and gambling, I could always find money to spend on alcohol and gambling. Dang, I just crushed Hermione with that block. My bad. And I've noticed that on my live stream, like $5 a month, pretty small amount of money. However, people, like when I've said you had to be a supporter, you know, people's predictable irrationality came up. Like, it's not about the money, it's about the principle. Like, Jerry, how dare you charge me $5 to talk on your stream when it should be free? Predictably irrational. Like, it's $5. In a lot of other contexts, people would throw away $5 or $10 without hardly even thinking twice about it. But you tell people, well, you got to pay $5 to talk on my stream? That's disgusting, Jerry. You're money hungry. I can't believe you. But that same person will go drop probably 20, maybe, you know, a bunch more money on some fast food meal that actually makes them sick. They'll drop the money on that without thinking twice. Predictably irrational. Because they're in the habit of paying for... How do we get up here? They're in the habit of paying for... They're in the habit of paying for fast food, and they're in the habit of spending $20 every day on fast food. But they're not in the habit of paying $5 a month for a live stream that supposedly makes such a big difference if you can talk on it or not. And it helps to get comfortable with people's predictable irrationality, because then I don't have to judge people so harshly. Like, yeah, people are predictably irrational. I know that. And to realize the same thing for myself, like I'm predictably irrational. Garrett is back. Thank you for the 5,000, Garrett.
Garrett Pollender sent 1,000 stars. I don't pay $5 and I don't mind dropping stars either.
I love that, Garrett. Thank you for the 1,000 stars during this conversation, Garrett. I appreciate all the comments, Garrett. I love being able to just have a focused conversation with you instead of talking with a whole bunch of people. All right, maybe we can move this block up here. I'm liking this puzzle. Dan says the author to that book. All right, Garrett says, my job's considered essential. You've worked all through the last year and a half. They didn't have air conditioning. You had to supply it to them. Oh, how's your health been in that time, Garrett? It sounds like you've been... Oh, we need to probably move that up a bit more. All right, it looks like we can move this block up here. Yeah, and then we can... Wait, can we climb up here? Wait, can we pull this up here while... This is a tricky little puzzle here. This is the first one that's got me. Darren says, Porter is the price of a Happy Meal in the UK. Exactly, it's hella cheap. And I'm grateful that I eat a whole plant-based diet. It is a very cheap way to eat healthy. Michael, thank you for the 200 stars, Michael.
200 stars. Thanks for keeping the daily retro games coming. Have you tagged retro games instead of the actual game? I saw a Facebook gamer do that and got 1.7k shares, and they only had 7,000 followers.
Really? I'll try that, Michael. Thanks for the tip. I'll try that when the game doesn't have a tag. I'll give that a try next time. So some games don't have tags, and thank you for the suggestion, Michael. So what I'll do, I'll try that next time the game doesn't have a tag. Can we get this block up here? I want this block up here. All right, can we pick this up and just get it on top of this a little bit? Pick it up, move it over here. Crushing Harry, but I think we can get it up here. All right, I think I got it up here. Yes, we got it up here, nice. So Garrett, thank you very much for being a supporter. Thank you for all the stars you sent. I love being able that I can read every single one of your comments. I love that I can read every one of your comments instead of missing all your comments. Hey, that's great, Garrett. It says your health has been great and you've been in people's homes and helping people the whole last year and a half. I'm very happy to hear that, Garrett. Oh, no, I just fell off there again. Dang it. So what I can see it's all about... No, I'm gonna have to do this again, aren't I? What I can see it's all about... I've got a slogan I'm loving, that this is gonna be my slogan. If I ever run for president, this will be the campaign slogan. United we stand. Because when I see divided, when we're focused on how we're different and what we disagree on and who's wrong, we weaken ourselves. We make ourselves so... Oh, you can actually... They can float on the block. Harry's on the block. Nice. We weaken ourselves so much when we do that. It's like my family is strong. My family is strong because we're united. We love each other. We're here to help each other. We're here to take care of each other. My wife and I's relationship is incredibly strong because we are united. We're here to enjoy this life together. We're here to help each other and take care of each other. We're united. Being divided is so weakening. And for our human race, I want to see us as united as possible. And the way to be united is to think about, what do we agree on? We want to be healthy. We want our decisions respected. We want to be supported. You know, everybody, regardless of how you feel about one issue or another, we're all trying, or we all want to be healthy. So if we know that, then we can support each other. And I imagine myself having like presidential campaign debates and asking me questions. And I'd say, look, you know, like, what do you think about healthcare? I'm like, I think we all want to be healthy. And if we focus our conversation on how to be healthy and what actually works to be healthy and what our science says helps us be healthy, and we put examples of people who are healthy out all over the place, like me. I was sick before. I was 80 pounds overweight. I was in the middle of my alcoholism. I had damaged relationships with people, and I, just through reading books, going to Alcoholics Anonymous and being connected to my family and friends and being accountable, I have fixed all that stuff. I am extremely healthy today. I intend to live 90 more years and have full functionality. And that's why I do this stream. I want to share my story so that, however you feel today, you know that you can feel better. There are things you can do to help yourself feel even better. And my struggle is to find, what can I do to level up? I mean, I've got my weight under control. I am sober 7 years. I have very nice and healthy relationships with most everybody in my life. If I'm challenged occasionally, I just had a friend challenge me a little bit. And maybe I'll talk about that a little bit more. I think it's about time. I have an AA meeting I'm going to go to soon. So maybe we can wrap this stream up pretty soon. And I'll chat with you all a little bit afterwards. I think we've had a lot of fun playing Harry Potter 4 today, and we'll do a new one on 360 soon.